All right, Coach Schmitz coming off a big 8-6 win last night at Wright State, heading to Miami Friday. Talk about the game last night at Wright State. Big to get off to an offensive, good start yesterday as the pitching was a little short.
Well, that was huge for us, to be able to put a 4 spot on the board right away in the first inning. I thought that was huge. Brian Bean did a great job yesterday for us in the leadoff slot, and I think he was 3 for 5. It was nice to see Jeremy Shea swing the bat. T.J. Losby had a big base hit for us, and just up and down the lineup there, I thought the guys did a nice job.
All right, and Coach, going into Miami now this weekend, tied with them in the standings. I believe it's tied 9th, so you still a game out of the MAC tournament slot right now, but 5 weekends to play. Every game, sort of magnifies in importance from here on out.
Well, no doubt about that, and especially when you get in division like this. And Miami has always been a tough place for us to play. So I thought we played very well. For the most part against Kent State last week. We followed it up with a nice ball game last night. But we know we got our work cut out for us going down to Miami. So we need to control what we can and hopefully play well down there.
All right, Coach, and not trying to rehash the past, but still looking for that first road MAC win down at Miami. What do you have to do to, sort of transfer what has worked at home onto the road in the MAC conference?
Yeah, well, like we try to tell the guys, when you get into MAC play, there's going to be a lot of close ball games, a lot of one-run ball games. And Scott, I think you've seen that with us on the road. We got swept in our 2 previous series, but we could have won all 3 games each series just as well as losing all 3. But the bottom line comes down to execution, and when you're execute offensively, you need to do that. Pitching's been fairly, pretty solid for us all year, but defensively we're kind of Jekyll and Hyde and everything, and we just need to make sure that we do those 3 phases and do it to the best of our ability.
All right, Coach, you've won 4 out of the last 5 in the last week. You beat a very good Michigan program, a very good Wright State program, and took 2 out of 3 from Kent State, who won the MAC last year. But Miami comes in batting .301, I believe, as of today. What do the pitchers need to do to sort of keep their offense down and give our offense a chance to shine through in the end?
Well, first off, keep them off base. So, but like any series that you go into, pitching defense is going to play huge roles. And there's no doubt about it that we're going to need to have quality starts from our starting pitchers. Matt Malowitz will go on Friday, Ethan McKinney will go on Saturday, and then the famous to be announced will be Sunday. Unfortunately with Andrew Lesenic, still being on the shelf here a little bit. So, but it's up to the whole staff. When they're called upon, we need to have them go out there and do their job. And then the big thing, once they go out and do their job, then we need to play good defense behind them. And that's been kind of our Achilles heel all year. It seems like when we play solid defense, we're competitive, but unfortunately, like last Sunday, we gave up 5 extra outs against Kent State, and they had a 10 spot on the board before we even came to bat.
All right, Coach, you guys travel to Oxford on Friday to begin a 3-game set with Miami. Crucial series in the MAC. Thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks for having me, Scott.